Introducing the officials for today's match, the referee, Mr. Michael Jones. The assistant referees, Mrs. Blackwood and Ms. Julianne Sussman.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are set to get underway here in the 5th place final of the Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship. Two teams looking for their first victory in this contest. We have the Guelph Griffins, have had a disappointing campaign by many standards, taking on the Maritime Champions, University of New Brunswick. My name is Brian Kelly. Happy to be bringing you coverage here on Rugby Canada's Facebook page. Joined now by color commentator Davine Burton. Davine, much nicer conditions than we've had over the last couple days here. Set to get underway.
Absolutely, much nicer conditions. No rain today, not too much of a wind. Perfect weather for rugby, actually.
This Guelph Griffins side came into this competition with a few eyes on them. Potential dark horses of this tournament, looking to potentially knock off one of the bigger sides. Hasn't been able to happen yet so far. As that kick going to ground, but it's regathered there by Jonathan Kahn. Both these sides with a couple injuries, not able to field their full 26. Back to the 23, it looks like, for Guelph, and 23 as well for UNB. That ball has been poached by the Griffins. Going to work it on this near side. Don't forget this Guelph side, actually both these teams, playing last night. Quick turnaround between these games. Leave him. Going by Cody Weiss-Burton. First start for Weiss-Burton at scrum half. Outside the 22 now. Weiss-Burton going to that open side. Good, strong ball runner. Marcello Wainwright scored a beautiful 40-meter try last night against Concordia, but it wasn't enough to defeat the Stingers. Referee for this contest is Michael Jones. Burst of speed down that side, looking to find the last player in support. Plenty of players on this open side. There's McCundy. Into the contact now over the 22-meter line. Kishufi going himself with a half gap. Good offload in support. This could be our first try, and it will. That's Matt Key. A beautiful setup there from Area Kishufi. Well, he made the half lap, gave the hero ball out the back, and we have our first score in this contest, just over 90 seconds gone. The 22-meter line. Kishufi going himself with a half gap. Good offload in support. This could be our first try, and it will. There. That's Matt Key. Excellent work. A beautiful setup there from setting the tone here early in this contest. There's the captain, John Sheridan. Mario van der Westhuizen, the regular starting scrum half, on water duty to start this game off. This is, of course, the 5th place final. Tomorrow morning, 11 a.m., the bronze medal game kicking off at Centennial Stadium. That one's Concordia against the host UVic Vikes. And then 2 hours later, 1 p.m. Pacific, will be the UBC Thunderbirds taking on the Queens Gales. Highly anticipated showdown between those two quality sides to round out this 6-team tournament. Well struck there from Sheridan. He knew it as soon as it was off his boot that one was going to be successful. Score now 7-0 in favor of Guelph.
Scoring for Guelph. Try scored by number 5, Matt Kia. The conversion is good by number 15, John Sheridan. Scoring play in the 2nd minute.
And kicking off for the Ironmen is number 13, Kyle Patterson.
Deep kick into the hands now of Wainwright. Strong ball runner, as mentioned before, fending off one tackler. Finally brought down now. Losing his shorts in the process. Stepping back inside. Good show and go there. Offloading it to the hands of Legaska, but he can't come up clean with it. Excellent line break there from Dalton Campbell. Has had a great tournament so far. One of the difficult parts of the game last night for UNB, playing against the hosts, the UVic Vikes. UNB Ironmen not able to string phases together, trapped inside their own end on many occasions. We'll see if in this contest here, they're able to set the platform here with the scrum from the forwards and give the back, so we're split left and right off your screen, a chance to get the attack going. Peppered at the back, going to this left side. Into the hands now of the inside center, Alex Clark, brought down 5 meters in from the touchline. Into contact there, Mike Stewart. Brought down. Here's a couple of phases. Into contact there is Zellman. Man of the match for the Ironmen last night. Bobbled. Still in hand now for the Ironmen. Good couple of phases here over the 40-meter line. Peppered. Finds Stewart. DiNardo jumping up quickly in that line. Referee playing on advantage here for the Iron Men. Offside is the call on Riley DiNardo. DiNardo, usually a scrum half, has featured for the Toronto Arrows in the win over the Free Jacks not too long ago in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Moved out to the wing in this contest. UNB not able to find touch. It's one really disappointing aspect of this tournament is the amount of times that easy clearance kick not able to find touch off penalties. Now we'll have a ball now for Guelph. Beautiful conditions here at the University of Victoria. Excellent hosts in the second year of this revamped competition. Broadcast brought to you by Roll Focus Productions, bringing us every minute of the competition here in both fields. Here's Wainwright. At the back there, Wiesberten. Kishufi. Here's John Sheridan, tucks the ball. Notice that there's a little space behind, little chip kick. That one's bobbled by the open side flanker. The chase is on now. Dexton Fox has to pick that one up and looks to have been knocked on by Guelph. Missed opportunity there, something we've seen so many times here. Nevertheless, Guelph gaining some serious territory now, getting deep inside the Iron Men half.
And I questioned the decision to try to pick that ball up rather than sliding down on it. That was well within the range of a slide by both teams, but they tried to pick it up and knocked it on as a result. Unfortunate for Guelph. Let's see what the Ironmen can do with it.
This is the third game in 4 days for these two sides. Not a usual concept in rugby. But, of course, these games being played in 2 30-minute halves, as well as a couple of extra subs allowed to be used. Good shove there by the Ironmen. Look like they're just going to try and find touch, but this one stays in. Letting that one go to ground was Julian Crow. Out to Sheridan. Spinning the ball wide. Good pressure in the attack. That one goes off the hands of Legaska.
Knock on black. From red.
Well done there by the Ironmen to clear their line. Go from a 5-meter scrum all the way up to a scrum on the 45. It's exactly what you want with a clearance kick.
The starting pack for Guelph today. Number 1, Graham Francolini. Number 2, Alex Schofi. Number 3, at tight head, Gershom McKendy. 4, Simon Laughlin. Mac Kia is his partner in the lock position. Cameron Hurst, Marcelo Wainwright, and Matt Van Camp. They make up the back row.
Under all sorts of pressure at the back there, and Guelph have won it. Referee Michael Jones saying that the quick tap has to go from where the behind the scrum ended up, not where the referee was standing. Just going to slow things down. Here's Kishufi.
Okay, it's a penalty. You got to go back 10.
Kishufi electing to just go quickly here.
Okay. We're dealing with an injury. Okay, I'm making sure. Okay.
Well, it's nice to have the audio of the referee. You can hear exactly what we're hearing. Slowing things down here. Here's Kishufi. That one finding touch inside the 22 now. Guelph not exactly in any rush to get up to this.
And it's already gone past. Hey, you're not quick enough. Yeah, go ahead. Sub 4.
First line out of the game.
Gentlemen.
And they opt to go with a 4-man line.
Substitution for New Brunswick. Coming out of the match, number 4.
Toya Blackwood, assistant referee on that far side, having a bit of a chuckle, saying, don't you guys want the extra 5 meters for this? Is that ball landing in the hands of Cameron Hurst? Guelph setting the drive. But a penalty.
Ball was transferred before there was contact. Okay.
Well, getting their wires crossed there. Called for an obstruction. Once again, UNB getting out of harm's way.
Make sure that whenever you come down, you got to get contact first, okay?
And the starting pack for the Ironman at tight head is Jonathan Can, at hooker Ron Lina, Jonathan Valima at number 3. He was player of the match for their first game on Wednesday, I believe that was. Seems like a week ago. Number 4, number 5, Mark Stewart, Jacob Zellman. Number 6, 7, 8, Nick Wood, Nathan Carrier, and Billy Hornaday at the back row. But number 4, Mark Stewart, I believe, was just subbed out for Caleb Pounds for the Ironman.
Sloppy line out there, but it's bobbled by Kashufi. Giving the ball back to the Ironmen. 11 minutes gone here in the first half. 7-0 the score line in favor of Guelph.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Front rows will have to reset. A lot of tired bodies. An awkward body position there from UNB, and a penalty has been given in favor of Guelph. As mentioned yesterday, I'm no scrum expert, but body positioning of the second row and front row look to have been folded a little bit. Solid shove there from the Griffins. Quick line out taken here from Guelph. Here's Kashufi into the hands of Wainwright. Good double tackle coming in from the Ironmen. Campbell stepping back inside. Still going. Strong running there from Campbell. Plenty of bodies here on this open side if they can use it. Just skirting forward.
You didn't get it and then you crawled.
Well, penalty against Guelph. A little bit too greedy close to that line. He was held up about a meter too shy and just crawled along the ground. And of course you can't do that. It's about the 3rd or 4th missed opportunity here for this Griffin side. I hate to say it, but this has been the theme of the weekend here for this Guelph team. Not able to capitalize on their opportunities in the red zone. Here's Lena. Going to the front jumper, but it's been stolen beautifully there by the Griffins. Here's another opportunity. Here's McCundy. Gershon McCundy setting the pack going forward. Strong ball running there from Wainwright. Still working the blind side. Picked up there off the laces by DiNardo. Wainwright now. Good stop there.
On the line.
Just 1 meter out now, throwing their bodies on the line. Who's going to make the first mistake? This could be down here. And it has been knocked on at the back of the breakdown, so UNB throwing their bodies on the line, but too many mistakes by the Griffins.
You just called it, not being able to capitalize in the red zone.
That's been a consistent theme for the weekend. I imagine the coaching staff and anyone watching, cheering this side on from Guelph will say the same thing. Too many mistakes throughout the weekend. Guelph, of course, finishing second in the OUA championship, losing to the Queens Gales in the OUA finals. At the back now, Hornaday's feet. Low clearance kick. Not sure what happened on that one. Took my eyes off it for just a second. Nevertheless, into the hands of Riley DiNardo. Scoring in the left corner. Low clearance kick. We'll see if we can get a replay on this. Well, you take your eyes off the ball for 1 second. It's over the line.
In the
Good shove there from Guelph. This one goes back to Kerr Como. That one looks to have been blocked and just landing right in the hands of DiNardo. Don't think he's going to score an easier try in his rugby career than that one. Well, rewarded for their efforts. Plenty of possession for Guelph. It's about the 5th or 6th visit inside the red zone. Only the second try. Score now 12-0. Well, that's beautifully struck from that far sideline. That's John Sheridan adding the extra 2 points.
Pack is stacked to the right.
The try, score by number 11, Riley DiNardo. And the conversion
Let's see if the Ironman can retrieve this as a deep kick.
In the 16th minute.
One of the things I kept mentioning last night for UNB, they overkicked their defensive coverage, giving UVic too much time to run at them. Similar struggles here today, but Guelph deciding to give the ball back. Open field kick. Big drive for their big body of Jonathan Valima. Needs some support at the breakdown though. Guelph slowing down this ball. Into the midfield now, driving forward is Hornaday. Peppered on the open side. Into contact there is Kyle Patterson, still on his feet. Peppered. Finds Khan to the 22 now. Tip ball. Good drive there. I think that was Mike Stewart. Peppered. Into contact now. Nathan Carrier. Hornaday. Cutting back off his left foot. Wrapped up by 2 Griffins. Great phases here. Well, wanting that one was Valima, but he was about 2 steps in front of the ball. Duplessis into contact now. Great phases here. Well, we're a bit obstructed just as you are back home. Still with ball in hand now. That's Valima. Just about 2 meters shy of the try line. Would love to see them cross here. That's Zellman. Peppered. High pass, stepping off the right foot there, and we will have try time for UNB. That's Kyle Patterson. Well, that was about 10 plus phases. Excellent score there for the Ironmen.
They look very structured. That was wonderful rugby, actually.
Possession is key. Just working the ball touchline to touchline. Great stepping. Almost lost that ball one-handed. Well, he touches it down. Kyle Patterson. terrifying coaches with one hand going into contact. Nearing 20 minutes gone in the opening half. Successful kick here will bring it back to a one-score game. Conversion attempt successful from Peppard.
Scoring for New Brunswick. The try scored by number 13, Kyle Patterson. And the conversion is good by number 9, Andrew Picard. In the 20th minute.
High hanging kick just over the 10-meter line. Guelph bobbling that ball. Referee says it went back. Not sure if I agree with that, but gonna work this blind side. Here's some space now. Julian Crow. Need to be able to secure possession off the kickoffs. UNB putting themselves under unnecessary pressure here. Legaska, strong ball runner. Brought down just outside the 22. Simon Laughlin. That ball is swatted down. Penalty. Not only was it swatted down by a member of the Iron Men, but played by an offside player. Here's Kashufi going himself. Good stepping off the right foot. Just 1 meter shy. That's Julian Crow. This could be another score here for Guelph. Referee saying it's short, just inches now.
No, short.
Saying it's short again. And Marcello Wainwright, well, he's a big-bodied player. He's not going to be stopped from about 1 foot out. And all of that comes back to the opening kickoff. After scoring a try, you have to be able to secure your own possession. Before you know it, back on your own goal line.
Wainwright was actually the Ontario Rugby Player of the Year in 2018. He played in all of the Toronto Arrows games in the exhibition season. And he was the recipient of the McTeer Cup as a member of the Ontario Blues. So he has quite the rugby pedigree already.
Some excellent work being done by Bill Webb with the Toronto Arrows. Exciting stuff in the Major League Rugby competition. It's exciting seeing professional rugby in North America. Mark Winokur, general manager of that side. Good things ahead. Assistant coach Aaron Carpenter, Chris Silverthorne at the helm. Canada's men's team, of course, qualifying for the World Cup yesterday with a victory over Hong Kong. Clean sweep of the World Cup repechage in Marseille, France. That kick unsuccessful from John Sheridan. 12-point game here. Under 7 minutes to play in the first half.
I don't think a team even scored 1 bonus point or 1 point against Canada in the entire tournament.
No. Canada had a bonus point in their first 2 games, not the third game. They scored 3 tries yesterday. 2 from some guy named DTH. It's a try-scoring machine for Canada.
That last try was electric.
Exactly. I think I had it yesterday with 37 tries in 55 test matches for Canada. Absolutely incredible. Man who's originally from South Africa, moved to Canada, to Regina, then spent about 5 or 6 years here in Victoria, BC before moving over to Europe to start his professional career. Family still here in Victoria and on Vancouver Island. Good stepping there from McCundy. Well, this is a good burst of speed here from the big front rower.
No hands, Rook.
Guelph on the front foot. Campbell finding Legaska, who started this line break. Out through there was Cameron Hurst. Good tackle, and ball is ripped there from the Ironmen. Well, one thing about this Ironman side, they are not quitting. We saw that yesterday against UVic and again here against Guelph. got some possession. That ball is spilled forward, unfortunately. Plenty of space here for Crow on this side. He's shown that he has a bit of pace. Inside the 22 now. Numbers on the blind side. Slow ball. Into contact there. Graham Francolini, McCundy to Crow. Ball not able to go to hands. Kicked forward here. Here's Sheridan. I'll have to pick this one up quickly. Just underneath our broadcast tower. Bringing him down there is Kyle Kaufman. Tackle coming in from Jacob Zellman, swatting that ball. Knock on is the call.
That one was forward. So we're playing advantage back here for the knock on. Red. From black.
Bit of frantic stuff here from both these sides. That original line break made by Kyle Legaska about 60 meters prior. Tired legs out on the field here. Yes, they're shorter games, but still 3 games in 4 days, making things a little tricky. Kashufi to Campbell. Good loop ball. Here's Sheridan on the outside, steps off his right foot, tries to find DiNardo. Unfortunately, he's found the touchline. Another missed opportunity with an extra man on the outside. Better line out there from UNB. That ball is swatted down. We could see a card here against Cameron Hurst. Referee just calling it a penalty. Speaking of Canada, Canada's women's 15s team had an exciting result overnight. I believe it was a 38-21 final against Wales at Cardiff Arms Park. That was an early one if you were up for it. I had about two cups of coffee before 4 a.m. Exciting win for head coach Sandro Fiorino and his side. Still 1 game to go on Tuesday against Scotland. That one's in Glasgow. Here's Lena. Taken well there by Zellman. Cutting back, here's Hornaday. Over the halfway line. Good tackle there at the halfway line. That was on Valima. Nice catch by Lena. Low ball, awkward pass. Couple of bodies laying at the back of that breakdown, making things a little tricky. Well, the power of social media, immediately tagged by Brianna Miller. The women's team watching this game. I'm sure enjoying their victory in Cardiff. Resetting for their game on Tuesday. There's John Sheridan down that far sideline. Here's Wainwright out the back now. Kashufi, little dummy. Well, he's a hard man to bring down. That's some great stepping. Ball out the back. McCundy, that's an excellent showing of skill. Here's Crow. 1 man to beat on the outside. Well, that's a highlight reel try there for Guelph. All started by the brilliant work, Aria Kashufi. That's an excellent score to end off this first half. Ball.
I provided the names of the packs of both teams earlier, so I'd be remiss if I didn't give the back line for both. So for Guelph, number 9, Cody Weiss-Burton, 10, Aria Kashufi, 11, Ronald DiNardo, Dalton Campbell, Kyle Lagasca at 13, Julian Crow at 14, John Sheridan at 15. And for the Ironman, number 9, Andrew Peppard, number 10, Kerr Como, 11, 12, Kyle Kaufman and Alex Clark. Outside centers, Kyle Patterson, Dexton Fox is the winger, and Eric Duplessis is the number 15, the fullback.
This will be the final play of the first half. John Sheridan, certainly we've seen him with the distance. This one's on his far right touchline. Slight wind against him. Bit too much height on that one, and it does not have the distance into the wind. Guelph scoring a couple tries late in that first half, showing their dominance as they lead 24-7 here against the UNB Ironmen. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 10 minutes or kickoff in the second half. Brian Kelly and Devine Burton from the Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship here at UVic.
Friends, the Canadian University Men's Rugby National Championship, presented by title sponsors Victoria Mitsubishi and Carson Automotive Group, and corporate sponsors Pemberton Homes Limited and Canadian Rugby Foundation, would also not be possible this year without its supporters locally. Check TV News, KISS FM, Langara Fishing Adventures, McSweeney's, Rugby Canada, Red Arrow Brewing Company, and Used.ca. Remember, tomorrow, across the road at Centennial Stadium, it's the medal games of this championship. The bronze medal goes at 11 o'clock. Concordia Stingers against the University of Victoria Vikes. And then the gold medal matchup at 1 p.m. featuring...
Canada has been at every single Men's Rugby World Cup. We don't anticipate ever not being at a Men's World Cup. And I can tell you, there's nobody more disappointed in the performance and the lack of wins than the guys that are wearing the jersey, that are representing Canada.
It's not easy, it's not where we want to be, but it's where we are, and we have to face up to that. We have a big challenge, a big 8 months ahead of us, and of course a critical period in November where we play 3 games to qualify for Rugby World Cup 2019 in Japan.
We want to leverage the opportunity that's in front of us right now to develop our players, to give them the tools and the skills to really perform, certainly through 2019, but that next generation into 2023 and 2027 to bring Canada back to the top Tier 2 nation in world rugby.
That means we need a resource, we need infrastructure to support those players' needs. The team are on the road, coast to coast this summer, playing in our test matches, rallying all our provincial unions. It's an opportunity, as I say, for us all to pull together. For the next 8 months, the support of everyone, all regions, provinces, areas, is absolutely critical to getting us where we want to be. Japan 2019 Rugby World Cup.
Integrity.
Passion.
Solidarity.
Discipline.
Respect.
These are the core values we associate with the sport of rugby, and we put them into place every time our men and women take the field.
But one additional value we must put into play is Rugby Canada's Play Smart.
Whether by a coach providing training and education,
a therapist recognizing when a player is hurt,
an official implementing the latest laws of the game,
a parent ensuring their child is rugby ready,
or a fan spreading the message of playing safe in your community.
It's everyone's responsibility to create a safe environment to play rugby.
Be sure to complete Rugby Canada's Play Smart program annually. It teaches us the resources of how to recognize and remove. These include training and education, injury recording, laws, and other safety guidelines. Remember, when in doubt, sit them out. Visit playsmart.rugbycanada.ca.
It's remarkable to actually see it, from drawings and concept to all the work that's gone into fundraising for it, great partnership with the City of Langford, support from the federal government, the Government of Canada, and our donor community that have really come out and supported making this facility happen.
You guys were actually part of our plan to go after and bring something to Langford here so we can all be part of something, you know, on a national stage, build our community and build some pride. And you invested in us, and that gave us the power as a community to invest in you and invest in Rugby Canada.
Well, the beauty of it is everything's in one place. So we have this fabulous gym that's in action behind us. It flows into the change rooms, into the medical room. There's a pre and post training room. It has everything you could possibly want.
This new facility is incredible. When we started this program, we were out on the field and working out in a side gym at the inline skating rink, and to come this far, having been in the program since the beginning, it's such a huge boost for our team, but also the other 4 programs here and Rugby Canada as a whole.
We have probably the best facility around the world, I would say, and it's phenomenal, and it inspires you, and girls come in early to get in their training, and then you see it out on the pitch.
When you have a facility like this, you can actually help build culture, so there's a carryover effect. When one team sees what the other one's doing, they automatically adopt it without sometimes even acknowledging it or realizing. It's just that positive effect of being in each other's space.
I've worked across the world. I've worked in Samoa, I've worked in England, in Wales, Spain. This is as good as anything around.
With a good long-term 10, 20-year plan, this is going to really have an impact on Canadian rugby. So I think everything's looking great for the future.
You know, with the 2 training fields we have here, access to different grass places around Greater Victoria area, we're pretty set up for facilities, and we're pretty dialed in. I think it's going to only show in the success of the programs moving forward.
It is a massive thrill and an honor to be standing here now, to see the facility as it is, to know that best players in Canada and hopefully the world will be using this facility for years to come is absolutely the cool.
Set to get underway here in the second half. These 30 minutes left to play here for these two sides. Score 24-7, favor of Guelph over the UNB Ironmen.
There are some vehicles parked in the reserved parking section, which is reserved 24/7. Security is on their way, so if you parked over there, you best move your vehicle right away. Thanks very much.
Much better kick there from UNB. I guess they've taken my comments into consideration. However, it's been knocked on in the contest. Advantage over here. Into contact now, still on his feet.
Substitution for University of Brunswick to start the second half. Coming out of the game is number 6, Nick Wood, replaced by number 18, Mike Carroll.
Kick over the top now for Guelph. You heard the substitutions from the in-stadium announcer. Duplessis, low pass, picked up clean there. Interesting kicking option. That was a bit of a botched play. Into the hand now, Mac Key. Another spilled, missed opportunity here. Can't quite find the hands there. Fun stat for today's contest, over 75 caps between the two assistant referees. Julianne Zussman, Latoya Blackwood, both running the touch lines here in this Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship. Two up-and-coming refereeing stars in the BC Premier League. Latoya, many years known as the sheriff on Canada's women's national team. Quick and easy transition to referee. Big shove now from Guelph, picking from the number 8 position. Good tackle there from the outside center. Kyle Patterson just 1 meter shy now. And we have another score here for Guelph. Going to be a long second half as the Wainwright steps up as the try scorer in that one.
Position, good tackle there.
See off the replay here, just 1 meter shy. Wainwright. I think that was Billy Hornaday tackled the wrong guy. I think he smoked his own player, if I saw that correctly, and Wainwright was able to just place that ball down.
So we have the fly half kicking. Sheridan is not kicking this one. I think that's the first one he's not actually taking a strike at.
Well struck there from Kashufi, adding the extra 2 points now.
Aria, you only have to ask if it's fallen down, and it's only your first move, and whenever you actually can make the effort to go kick the ball, right? Yep.
Scoring for Guelph. The second try of the day for number 7, Marcelo Wainwright. And the conversion is good by number 10, Aria Kashofi. In the 32nd minute.
Pack to the right here.
Like the location of the last kick off the restart. Giving the chasers a chance to get under it. This one. Referee Latoya Blackwood saying that was good. Excellent kick. Just crossing the 10-meter threshold. Here's Hornaday on this blind side. Scrum half Andrew Peppard, slow to get up after a contact. Driving forward, there's Valima. Ball out on that far side, good burst of speed. I think that was Brad Engelbrecht. Peppard. Jonathan Kahn, still going. 10 meters gained. Deep line runners. Out the back now. One player on the outside, not able to find him. Tackle coming in there from Mac Key. Might have stolen this ball. Cleaned up there by the Ironmen. There's Valima. Slow ball here. Stepping off his left foot there, Kyle Patterson. Advantage in favor of the Ironmen. Hornaday. Brought down there by Wainwright. Well, he almost looked like he was looking for a drop goal there, the way he hesitated. Still playing with an advantage. Duplessis switching sides, going back the other way. Into contact now is Alex Clark. Still on his feet, finally brought down, spin spilled forward, so we'll come back to the earlier advantage. (31-7) is the scoreline. Any chance of getting back into this one, they'll need a try right away. However, yeah, it looks like they're going to kick to touch.
So 25 minutes left to go in this half, and I see lots of hands on hips for the Ironman. It's going to be a long 25 minutes for some.
Once again, too many mistakes from both sides. Touch kick not finding
No hands now.
the mark, and then a bobbled on the far sideline now. Here's Valima, brought down, trying to poach that ball. Cameron Hurst can't stay on his feet, however. There's Lena. Numbers on the open side. Duplessis stopping, cutting back, and a high pass over the top now. Into the hands, Dexton Fox. Not releasing is the call, so Guelph weathering the storm, and Kyle Legaska an opportunity to poach that ball.
Whenever you're on defense. Mark's here.
Legaska, as with Nadardo, they're former Sevens capped players. And we also have a few other representative players on Guelph. They actually have a very strong core. So UNB is doing well to just be down 7-31 at this point in the game.
Another missed kick to touch, giving the Ironman an opportunity to get back on the attack. Valima can't find that one. Exhaustion starting to set in for these two sides. If you're just joining us, this is the third game in 4 days for these two teams after a pretty long travel day. Beautiful conditions here on the campus in the University of Victoria. 8 minutes gone in the second half.
Crouch. Blind. Set.
Wee Burton, fourth-year art student. Here's Dalton Campbell, finds Legaska to his fly half. Switch ball to Sheridan. Two players in support now. 10 meters inside UNB half. There's Wainwright. Kashufi going himself. Good ball, good support lines. Well, look at the big man go. He's getting it done. That's Gershom McCundy. Tight head prop for Guelph, scampering the last 30 meters. Hands on hips, he deserves it. That was a great run. Another try here for the Griffins. Sidestepping, pinning his ears back, and a well-earned dive over the line. Great stuff there from McCundy.
Not one extra step over that line. And just a shout out to our sponsors. This tournament would not be possible without very generous sponsors. And the title sponsors, Victoria Mitsubishi and Carson Automotive Group. The corporate sponsors are Pemberton Homes Real Estate and the Canadian Rugby Foundation. And of course, we have a number of supporting sponsors: Langara Fishing Lodge, Red Arrow Brewery, KISS 103.1, Rugby Canada, of course, Czech TV, McSweeney's Pub, and News.ca. We thank you for helping us bring this tournament this weekend.
Excellent kick there from Aria Kashufi, furthering his team's lead now. 38-7. 10 minutes gone in the second half.
Guelph. The try, score by number 3, Gershom McKendy.
Got a text message yesterday from Gethin Watts, who was watching via Wales. He's helping out in replacement of Ken Goodland, who's no longer involved at Rugby Canada, National Talent ID Coordinator. Keeping an eye out on some of these athletes that may have a chance to represent the national team in years to come.
Beautiful kick.
Going just about 5 to 8 meters past the required 10 meters. And UNB winning the ball in the contest. Good drive forward there in the midfield. but not enough support. Penalized, not releasing at the breakdown. Well, unfortunate play by both these teams. Love to find the statistics on how many kicks off penalties are not finding the mark. I'd bet it's double digits so far in this tournament. Unnecessary, unforced errors.
We have Wainwright stepping in for number 8. While the number 8 now becomes the open side flanker on this put-in. I suspect there'll be an 8-man pick. No?
No, Spurton out to Kashufi. Going himself. Ball now to Kyle Legaska. Stepping off his right foot. Tackled by Duplessis. The last man back. Attacking the blind side now. DiNardo driving forward there. Francolini. Referee saying it's short. Now this will be another try for the big man, Marcello Wainwright.
Hat trick, I believe.
It could be a hat trick. Yeah, I know he certainly is. This is definitely his second. Blocked by the pole there, but you just see getting set up, noticing there's a big gap in the defense. Duplessis made a nice tackle earlier. Not exactly in position for that one. Didn't mark his man. Easy try there for the veteran Wainwright. Well struck by Arya Kashufi, adding the extra 2 points.
Scoring for Guelph, the third try of the match for number 7, Marcello Wainwright. And the convert is good by number 10, Arya Kashufi, in the 43rd minute.
Well, you're correct, Davine. It's the third try of this game for Wainwright. Another beautiful restart coming in, just hanging over. I think that all 3 short kicks, they've managed to maintain possession.
Knock on by Black scrum.
Knock on for Black, so much smarter play there from the Ironmen, giving their chasers an opportunity to get under that. Nearing the halfway point of the second half, 15 minutes to go for these sides. All those times where you're in the gym doing conditioning, it's for these moments here, making sure you can finish games. Good shove there from Guelph. Trying to pull that one out, but it's been stolen. Here's Arya Kashufi. Well, sleek sidestepping into the midfield now. He's got one player on the outside, and he finds him. We should have another try in that right corner. I believe that's Julian Crow. Well, he's lost his jersey in the process, but scored a try in the right corner. Good shove there from the forwards. They get full credit for stealing it, setting up the platform for the backs. As you see here, big shove, turning this, and it's picked up from the number 9. Referee was right there. He had the best line of sight on it. Step off the right foot, step off the left foot, and then he just finds Crow, draws in the winger on the far sideline, and Crow uses his pace to get past Duplessis, tries to ragdoll him down. managing to just pull his jersey off.
That ball was actually won by UNB in the scrum, but it was just too late to be taken out. And when they're that tired, that scrum half has to get that ball out when you're facing a strong scrum like Guelph, like Guelph, yes. So unfortunate, the forwards did their job there, but just couldn't hold on.
The never-ending backs versus forwards saga will continue, as that kick doesn't exactly have the distance. Score now 50-7 in favor of Guelph.
Scoring for Guelph, number 14, Julian Crow, in the 46th minute.
Let's see if you'll see some 8-man picks at the back of the UNB scrum to try to prevent that extra drive from Guelph.
Yeah, as you said the other day, Davine, with the new laws, try and get the ball out as quickly as possible. The number 8 can just dig in and grab it between the second row's legs. 13 minutes to go here in the second half. Another excellent kick. Duplessis gets under that and swats it back. That's 4 for 4. Change of tactics, showing some success. Fresh on the pitch now.
Oh, he spilled it.
Brandon Landine. Unfortunately, it's been spilled in the contact. Placement hooker. Great ball there from Arya Kashufi. There's Legaska stepping. 2 players outside of him going into contact. Arya being called for it to use it on this open side. Almost the entire team calling for it. Out the back now. Kashufi going for a kick option. Here's Dexton Fox. Beats the first defender, then runs into a wall.
Well placed.
Pressed by the tenacity of this UNB side. Duplessis into contact now, high tackle. Duplessis says, I'll have it again. Pass over the top. On that far touchline, up towards halfway. Counter ruck coming in from the Griffins.
Tackle!
Still in advantage now, or pardon me, still in favor of the Iron Men. Taking it into contact there is Hornaday. Peppered. Finds Valima. Still on his feet, but manages to lose that ball. Sloppy play from these two sides continues.
That's 2 in a row for Valima, unfortunately.
There's Weiss Burton passing it out. DiNardo takes the offload from Mac Key. Finds McCundy. DiNardo slots into the scrum half position that he's quite used to. Alex Chafee. Kashufi going himself to the 22 now. UNB trying to poach that ball. Guelph pick it up clean. That's Cody Weiss Burton.
Hold.
Working down that blind side. Smashing forward now, Cameron Hurst.
Oh.
Sidestepping is the big man, Simon Laughlin. Plenty of phases here for the Griffins. Into contact there is Francolini. Good tip ball, here's McCundy. Numbers on this open side. Here's Dalton Campbell. Dalton Campbell, big tackle, but he manages to get it down. That was an excellent tackle coming in from Dexton Fox, but the try is scored from Dalton Campbell.
The Guelph team is all smiles. They're having a good time. As they should be. It's 55-7.
Successful finish to this contest for the Griffins. That kick just getting in between the posts. Flags go up. 2 more points added to the total. Excellent game there from Arya Kashufi. Eight minutes to play. Well, this game is all but wrapped up. I think we have a chance for these two sides to have a bit of fun in these last 8 minutes, keep the ball alive. We've seen lots of wide, expansive rugby here in the first 52 minutes. Going for a deep kick this time. Under it now is Kashufi. He's just going to launch this one back downfield. Excellent strike. Going behind. Decent little nudge, but no one's at home here for if Sheridan can use it, but he blows a tire. Still on his feet. Finally tackled by Lena.
Replacing number 11, Kyle Kaufman. And number 19, Steve.
Into contact now.
Replacing number 14,
Lachlan.
Preston Fox.
Hold, wait.
Wiesberton. Francolini. Dalton Campbell. Van Camp. Finally brought down about 3 meters shy of the halfway line. Arya Kashufi going himself, just outgassing the big man, Valima. Finds a player in support now inside the 22. Guelph buzzing. Once again, that ball going to ground, picked up by Van Camp. Out the back, Campbell. Legaska on this near side. One player on the outside. DiNardo brought down. Try time for Riley DiNardo. Winger scoring his second in this contest. Guelph just running away with this one now. As we catch on the replay, good hands there from Matt Key. DiNardo dodging one tackle, dodging another, still on his feet. Just dives over the line.
Guelph has not made very many substitutions to this point, whereas UMB has put in number 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So Brendan Landine, Caleb Pounds, Mike Carroll, Steve McPhail, and Gavin McClare are in the game now. I know that Brad Engelbert was on the field for a while. And I don't believe that Guelph has made one substitution, but we'll see what happens now.
Under 5 minutes to go here. Can't find the mark on that one is Arya Kashufi.
Scoring for Guelph, the try by number 11, Riley DiNardo, in the 54th minute.
Let's see if Patterson can make it 5 for 5.
A little bit too much distance on that one. Still managing to get up is Duplessis, but bouncing off in the contact there is Mac Key. Guelph just relentless back on the attack here. Wide looping pass, skips off the deck into the hands now of Van Camp. Show and go, trying to find his winger on that far side, but the ball is spilled forward. Touch flag goes up. We'll play on the earlier advantage. Excellent wide looping pass there from Arya Kashufi. Van Camp can't find his man on the outside. Under 4 minutes to go.
Point! No, we'll just reset. Bring it up. We'll just reset. Let's do it. Okay?
Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, next weekend is the Dubai leg of the HSBC World Rugby 7 Series. Both Canada's men's and women's sevens team in action. Stay tuned on Rugby Canada's social media pages and website for all the kickoff times, updates, interviews, behind the scenes, as well as the following weekend, final sevens tournament of the year in Cape Town for Canada's men's team. Canada's women's team had a bronze medal performance when they opened the tournament in Glendale, Colorado last month. Kyle Legaska picking up the man, but he returns him safely. Saw a red card against UVic yesterday for a tip tackle. Ball just batted backwards now in the hands of Landine. Taken awkwardly. Looks like he almost blew a groin on that one. Keep going. Unless you hear the whistle, go for the line. Well, some of the defensive players were looking around waiting for the referee to blow it. Ron Lena, Johnny on the spot, says, "I'll take that, thank you very much." Scoring his team's second try of the game. As we'll catch this on the replay here. Not sure what the Guelph players were thinking there. Momentary lapse, bit of a brain fart.
I think they thought the first one was a knock-on, and then UNB's kicked it. But it wasn't a knock-on, went backwards, obviously.
Well, I always remember my novice ice hockey coach telling me, until you hear a whistle, you play on.
Absolutely. I think that's across the board for all sports, I would imagine.
Absolutely. Extra 2 points added. Nice to see UNB cross the line one more time. Scoreline now 62-14. Time for one last kickoff here. See if there's some late game magic.
Number 2, Ron Lena. And the conversion is good by number 9, Andrew Papard, in the 58th minute.
Pack is lined up to the left.
Deep kick. Oh, bobbled. Coming up with it now. Little shimmy and shake here. Good running. Landine. Some momentum here for the Ironmen. Too little too late, unfortunately. Kyle Patterson up towards the halfway line now. Valima.
Held on to it that time.
Penalty. Tap here from Landine.
Hold, wait.
Love to see him cross one more time here. We're on the final play of this game. Here's the Ironmen. Driving forward now. Tackle coming in there from Matt Van Camp. Back the blind side. Valima holds on to it.
He's isolated.
That's Nick Wood.
Wait.
Duplessis. Elusive runner managing to get through the line. Here's Duplessis. One man to beat. That's John Sheridan. Sheridan, textbook tackle, gets back to his feet, releases.
No hands.
UNB on the attack here. Sidestepping. That was Nathan Carrier. Chance for one last try. The Duplessis, big tackle on the far side. Well, referee's going to go to his pocket on this one, I believe.
I would agree with you on that one.
Hey, shush. Three.
Well, this has been about a 70-meter drive here.
He's landed on the side. Okay, it's going to be yellow.
Guersham McCundy scored 2 tries here today. Will take a seat Opportunity now for UNB.
Now, although there's no time left on the clock with a new loss, you can kick it into touch and still get the line out. But they're opting for the scrum, which is interesting for me.
Interesting choice, of course, but Guelph down one player, a front rower, so they'll have to make a few adjustments. Out the back.
Nice recovery.
Little fake. Duplessis tackled well there. Bit isolated. Marcello Wainwright might have stolen that ball. Into the hands now. Wide spin pass on the outside. Trying to find the last man. That's Brad Engelbrecht. But it's been knocked on. Heartbreaking finish to this tournament for the Ironmen. But an excellent 70-meter drive just ending short. And this one ends 62-14 in favor of Guelph. Well, they took a little bit too long to get going in this tournament, with Guelph finally pouring on some pressure.
Just a moment. We'll announce the players.
Congratulations to these two sides. Man of the match performances, Kyle Patterson, the outside center for the Ironmen, and Aria Kashufi for the Guelph Griffins. This is the end of competition here today for the Canadian University Men's Rugby Championship. Congratulations to Guelph Griffins winning 62-14 here. Brian Kelly, beside Davine Burton, happy to be bringing you coverage here from the university. We'll be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. and 1 p.m. Third and fourth game, and then the gold medal game. Stay tuned and enjoy the rest of your Saturday.
Please direct your attention now to center field as Mr. Jeff Chan, member of the founding committee of the Canadian University Men's Rugby Championships, will make the presentation of Players of the Game Awards. The man of the match from the University of New Brunswick is number 13, Kyle Patterson. And from the University of Guelph Griffins, number 10, Aria Kashufi. Remember, there is one more day of rugby coming up as the medal games go tomorrow. 11 o'clock, it's Concordia Stingers against the University of Victoria Vikes, playing for the bronze medal. Followed at 1 p.m. by the gold medal final, the Queen's Gales against the University of British Columbia Thunderbirds. Those games are happening at Centennial Stadium just across the street from here. Once again, the Canadian University Men's Rugby National Championship, presented by title sponsors Victoria Mitsubishi and Carson Automotive Group, and corporate sponsors Pemberton Homes Limited and Canadian Rugby Foundation, would not be possible without the kind support from Czech TV News, KISS FM, Langara Fishing Adventures, McSweeney's, Rugby Canada, Red Arrow Brewing Company, and Hughes.ca. Once again, thank you for joining us this afternoon. We hope to see you tomorrow at 11 for the bronze medal match, followed by the gold medal match at 1 o'clock at Centennial Stadium. Until then, so long, everybody.